IB Computer Science is pretty neat.
The Natural Helpers went on retreat.
8th grade dance seemed really fun.
So does cross country, look at them run.
All this and more,
Up next on Eagle Watch. Hello Hauppauge, and welcome to this year's first edition of Eagle Watch. Alongside Jamie Sark, I'm Jacob Hugg.
For our first story, Lauren sat down in the studio with Dr. O'Hara to see how things are going in his second year at Hauppauge Schools.
Hello everyone and welcome to the TV studio at Hauppauge High School. Today we welcome our superintendent, Dr. O'Hara. Thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you very much, Lauren. It's my pleasure.
Let's get started. Looking back at your first year as superintendent of Hauppauge Schools, what is most memorable to you?
Lauren, there's a lot of good memories from last year. I would say the biggest one is how welcoming and how kind everyone was upon my arrival. It was a great pleasure to meet students. It was a great pleasure to get reacquainted with so many teachers and administrators that I had worked with in the past. And it was just such a thrill for me to be back in Hauppauge. One thing that stood out the most that was a little bit awkward for me was I had come from a high school where I worked for 13 years in which I knew almost every student in the building, and I certainly knew every adult. So it was a peculiar feeling to be in the high school and be in a middle school and not recognize any students and be in a situation where they don't recognize you. But what stands out to me really is, like I said earlier, how welcoming the students were. And although I don't have an office that's in the high school or the middle school or the elementary school buildings, I feel like when I visit the buildings now, people say, hello, Dr. O'Hara, and I even know students by name, and so it very quickly became very comfortable for me to be back among students. Those are the things that stand out the most.
Very nice. Last year, middle school and high school students had an opportunity to visit colleges as part of school trips. Do you know if the district plans to continue this, and if so, do you know which schools?
Lauren, we definitely plan to continue that program, and we want to make sure we provide an experience to our students where they become very savvy consumers of the college application process. And before students complete 11th grade, we want them to have been on a good number of college campuses so they can understand what it feels like to be on the campus of a tiny, maybe a liberal arts college, compared to the campus of a very large university. We want them to contrast schools that might be in an urban or a city setting with schools that might be more of a typical campus. And we want students and their parents to understand the entire application process, even as it relates to financial aid, but most importantly, putting our students in the best possible position to make college choices. So that was a long-winded answer, but the short answer is yes, we definitely plan to not only continue the program, but to expand it. However, as I sit here with you today, I do not know exactly which colleges our students will end up visiting this school year.
Well, I'm very interested to find out. In 2016, we learned about growth mindset and the idea that everyone has the ability to keep improving and growing their intelligence. What benefits do you think students will have learning about growth mindset?
Well, Lauren, that's a great question. I'm so happy to talk about it. The biggest thing for me about growth mindset is that when we look at people in life that have attained any level of success, we could be thinking about a person in business. We could be thinking about a person in the legal or the medical professions or a science researcher. We could be thinking about a musician or an artist or an athlete. We often hear people say, she's such a talent, or he has tremendous talent. But what people don't realize is that man or woman put an incredible amount of time and effort into reaching that level of success. And none of those successful people arrived at that level without experiencing setbacks. But I'm certain it was a growth mindset that helped them overcome those setbacks. And I just think starting from kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade and then certainly after high school, it's important for our students to understand that I can grow my intelligence, I can improve my abilities. I just have to keep putting in the right kind of effort and the right amount of effort. I have to make sure my effort is effective. And really there's nothing that can hold any one of our Hauppauge students back as long as he or she has a growth mindset and is willing to stick to it. It's about the perseverance. It's about understanding the power of yet. So I may not be great at that yet. I'm not great at it today, but if I want to be, I will become successful at that task, or I will reach that goal. I will achieve what I'm aiming for if we can instill in our students a growth mindset. And that's what I think is so important about it. That's what I'd love for students to take away from it.
That's awesome.
This year, I'm going to be asking everybody in the community to join me in another book called The Gift of Failure by Jessica Lahey. We've put some pictures of it on our website. We're inviting parents and community members to join us for a community book read because it aligns very nicely with the theories that are in growth mindset, and it explains in the book how stumbling and sometimes failing is a better learning experience than never encountering a setback.
Very interesting. As we start a new school year, do you have any goals that you would like to share with us?
Boy, well, I always have a lot of goals. One of the goals I just mentioned, which is hopefully getting a good number of parents and community members to join us in reading The Gift of Failure. And certainly, I hope that our college awareness program increases not only in its intensity, but in the number of students that can participate in it and the number of campuses that we get to. Certainly, my goals include helping students reach greater levels of achievement, and also just increasing on the tight community that we have within Hauppauge schools. And I just love how students are so accepting of each other, and I would just like to see those feelings grow. And certainly, I want my colleagues, the teachers and administrators, to continue to improve our skills and to continue to get better. One of the things I say to the teachers and to our administrators is we have to put students first, we have to have pure intentions, and we always have to put in our best effort. We're very fortunate in Hauppauge that we have a Board of Education that's extremely supportive, and number one wants to make sure that our schools are safe and we have terrific facilities for students. And after that, they want to make sure that our administration and teachers are doing everything we can to support students in their achievement and in the fulfillment of their goals, both while we're in school and after they leave Hauppauge.
Very nice. Dr. O'Hara, thank you again for joining us today. We wish you another successful year and hope you achieve all your goals.
It's been a terrific pleasure. Thank you, Lauren.
It was so nice to have Dr. O'Hara come back and speak with us again this year.
This year marked 16 years since September 11, 2001. The Hauppauge Fire Department had a memorial service for those who lost their lives that day. Vinny and Connor had the story.
16 years ago, the World Trade Center was attacked by a terrorist organization. Many men and women ran in to help those in need, knowing they might not survive. Many people have come here together at the Hauppauge Fire Department to honor those who sacrificed their lives for others. We went around and spoke to Hauppauge Fire Department members about 9/11 and how it affected them and the community.
To me, it means a lot because here at Hauppauge, we lost 4 members to the day of 9/11, ex-Chief Peter Brennan, ex-Chief Raymond Meisenheimer, and since then we've lost 2 members to the 9/11 related illnesses, Jack Howe and Mike Tuffarella.
It means that I can keep 9/11 in everyone's hearts and everyone's mind every day.
Kind of lets me relive the past that I didn't live and reflect on what has happened to us.
Remembrance, respect for the members that died and for every first responder that went in there and did the job when they knew there's a good chance they weren't coming back out.
What 9/11 memorabilia is on display here?
In the back behind me, we have a display of 9/11 steel.
There's a piece of mineral from the Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and the Pentagon.
After the horrific events of 9/11, the Hauppauge Fire Department worked hard to make a 9/11 memorial to honor those who have fallen and a place to gather and reflect. How does this ceremony bring the Hauppauge community together?
Brings the servicemen and women and the community members of Hauppauge together to remember a event that changed the history of the United States.
Everybody was affected one way or another, whether it was somebody they knew or one of their loved ones that perished.
It brings the Hauppauge community together because it's open to the public, anyone can come, and it brings everyone together as a community with their prayers to pray for anyone has fallen.
After 16 years, the ceremony is still as touching and memorable as it was when it began. Signing off for Eagle Watch, I'm Vinny Visto.
Jacob, what's wrong?
I'm just breaking a sweat thinking about how much running the cross-country team does.
Good thing Jack was there to run and catch up with them to see how they're doing.
What's up, Hop Hog? Jack Ford here reporting live from Eagle Watch outside Hop Hog High School, and today I'm lacing up my running shoes and joining the cross-country team. Let's get running.
However, before we got running, I got to catch up with some of the runners and coaches to see what cross-country was all about.
Describe what it's like to be on the cross-country team.
Being on the cross-country team's really interesting.
It's a pretty good experience. We're like a family. No one ever lets down family.
Hard work. It's like a family, all right? And you never let family down.
Cross country is one event. We all run a distance event together. Cross country is a very close, tight-knit team because everybody either runs the 5K, which is a 3.1, or a 2.8 race together.
How is this year's team compared to the last?
This year's team is up and coming. We're doing good so far.
We lost some good guys last year, but we got some strong ones this year.
I actually thought the season was going to start that it's not one of the stronger teams. We have some good guys up front, Luke Strand and Chris Kelly, but our core in the middle, we actually had our first quad meet the other day, and we're 3-0. We've never been in East Islip in the last 10 to 12 years. We beat them. So we started off really, really well, and everybody ran really, really well. So I was very impressed with our first meet.
So what's a memorable moment from cross-country this year?
Probably when Scotty Peterson tripped over the guardrail.
Oh, when Scotty tripped over the guardrail and ate dirt.
That was last year.
Nothing eventful happened this year.
Yeah. Well, my favorite moment for cross country is probably when I ran the 2.8. It's just such a fun experience.
2007-2008 school year, we were county champs, so that's pretty impressive for Hop Hog cross country because we are also running against a lot of bigger schools.
What's something you would tell someone looking to join the cross-country team?
You probably should join it because it's fun and it's interesting, and I know you actually
Run
should.
2 to 3 miles every day to prepare.
It does take a lot of hard work, and it also takes a lot of mental toughness because it's so easy to give up on yourself. And you would know that from swimming. You get in that pool, and it's just one black line. You get out on the roads, let me just walk. So you got to be mentally tough, and you got to push yourself.
I had a blast checking out the cross-country team. I just might have to join up myself. For more information on joining, you can contact Coach Maida or any of the runners seen in this video. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Jack Ford.
Jacob, it seems like just yesterday we were freshmen.
Yeah, hard to believe it's already been 3 years. I wonder how the freshmen are adjusting.
Emily and Jill went around the high school to see how this year's freshmen are doing.
For freshmen, the transition between middle school and high school can be overwhelming. We went around the school to see how the freshmen are doing. So far, what's the biggest difference between high school and middle school?
The biggest difference is the freedom, actually.
You have a lot of freedom here.
That you get to carry backpacks around, and there's 3 levels, and it's easy for me.
The biggest difference between high school and middle school has to be how big the school is, and also just the people in it.
I'd say high school is much bigger, and I thought I would get lost, but I didn't.
The high school's a lot bigger than the middle school. There's a lot more time to get to all your classes, and it's a little harder to get around.
High school is crazy, middle school isn't.
How big the school is, because I'm not used to it's not my fault, 3 floors, and in the middle school you got 2 floors, so it's like change.
I'd say it's definitely the size. It's so hard to get a sense of direction when I leave a class, but everything's fine.
What were you most nervous for coming in on the first day?
I was really nervous about meeting the teachers and finding all the classrooms, actually. So,
same here.
I was all the sophomores and juniors, I thought they were gonna take advantage of us. I don't know.
Getting lost and everything, cause it's a big school.
Getting lost.
Trying to find my classes.
I was most nervous about me being late and not knowing where to go.
Really where all my classes were. Sometimes I would end up on the wrong floor.
What's your favorite class?
My favorite class has to be English with Mr. Gillen.
I like science with Miss Molinelli.
Treble choir by far, since I'm a musical person.
I think I'm gonna like chemistry.
Social studies with Ginsberg.
Treble choir.
Probably either English or social studies.
Science.
Bio.
Science with Mr. Yablon.
What are you looking forward to most this year?
I'm taking a lot of honors classes, so I'm looking forward to all the challenges.
Finding new friends.
Not getting in trouble as much.
Making new friends and joining new clubs, probably.
Getting above 90s.
Well, it looks like the freshmen are in for a great year. Good luck with the next 4. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Emily Caminetti.
This year, Hauppauge High School got a new assistant principal, Mr. Whitehorst. Jacob stopped by to get to know him a little bit better.
Today, I came down to the main office to find out more about our new assistant principal, Mr. Whitehorst. How did you start in the field of education?
So I started in education in college. I became an education major in my sophomore year. And when I graduated college, I became a math teacher in Queens. And that's how I got started. Right out of college, the next day I started teaching, and been in education ever since.
What made you decide to become a school administrator?
So what ultimately made me decide to become a school administrator, I remember I was in my 3rd year of teaching, and my principal at the time, after seeing a lot of my classes and the way I interacted with kids and teachers and adults and parents, she saw a lot of leadership qualities in me and saw that I could make a big difference in a lot of the lives of not just kids but people all around the school, and that's what ultimately made me decide to want to pursue administration.
What is the most challenging part of being a school administrator?
Wow, there's a lot of challenging parts. Probably the most challenging is just being able to budget your time and making sure that you set aside time to get things done that you have planned, but also making sure that you're out in the open and making sure that anyone that needs help with anything can see you at any time. So it's hard to manage time. That's probably the toughest part.
What is the most rewarding part of being a school administrator?
Another tough question. I think the most rewarding part in a broad sense is being able to make positive changes on a big scale. When I was a teacher, I was able to make class fun, make big changes in the lives of my kids in the room. But as a school administrator, you could do that for an entire school, which I think is kind of awesome.
Where did you go to college?
So I've been to several colleges. I got my undergraduate bachelor's degree from St. John's University in Queens. I got my master's degree from Stony Brook, not too far away. And I got my administrative license from the College of St. Rose, which is based in Albany.
Do you have any special interests or hobbies?
I have a lot of special interests and hobbies. The 2 main ones I'll share, I'm big into sports. On the side, I play a lot of sports recreationally. I play volleyball, golf, softball, stuff like that. I love getting involved with that. I also love traveling. So, just this past summer, I went to Scotland. Going to be going to Bermuda soon. I've been to Europe. I've been to South America. I love seeing the world.
What is your favorite sports team?
Ooh. Well, depends on the sport, but I've always had a huge passion. I'm a huge Yankees fan. Baseball is my favorite sport, personally. I played that one. But I'm unfortunately a Jets fan, as you might see. If you come in my office, on my wall, I have a flag that I unproudly, display. Big hockey fan, too. I'm an Islanders fan. Again, not the best. And unfortunately, I'm also a Knicks fan, but I don't talk about that.
On behalf of Eagle Watch, we want to welcome Mr. Whitehorst to the Hauppauge High School and wish him the best. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Jacob Hugg. 8th grade students had their annual 8th grade dance. Maddie was there to bust a move.
Hi guys, I'm at the Hauppauge Middle School where the 8th grade dance is taking place. We're off to go talk to students and staff. Let's go check it out. How has 8th grade been different than 6th and 7th?
I like it a lot better because we're older and we're the oldest. We get to do more field trips than everybody else in the school.
More work, and that's it. Describe to me your favorite part of the night.
I don't know, the music. Seeing people dance.
The dancing, mostly. Yeah.
Describe to me what it feels like to have a night dedicated to you and your grade.
It's kind of cool. I mean, since we're kind of the seniors of the middle school, we get more recognition, I guess.
I really like it. It's so much fun to be with all the people in your grade and just have fun.
While I was at the dance, I even got the chance to speak with Mr. Wald.
What has it been to see the 8th graders grow into who they are today?
It's been a wonderful experience having them as 6th graders and 7th graders and now 8th graders. And this is sort of a celebration of starting the 8th grade year.
Wow, it seems like the 8th graders had a great time. Reporting live from Eagle Watch, I'm Maddie Fetzer.
Order in court. Mock trial is now in session.
Leland went to mock trial to find out what this club was all about.
Hello, I'm standing outside of room 264 at the Hauppauge High School where mock trial takes place. We spoke with some of the students and an advisor, Mr. Zimmerman, to see what mock trial was all about.
Mock trial is a fake trial where it's a competition where they compete against other schools. There's a tournament held every year, and they compete to see who's the best lawyer and the best witnesses, and they're judged by actual judges in Central ISIP and the Suffolk County courthouses. So it's pretty competitive, pretty fun.
Mock trial is about arguing your case and trying to prove your side, and we do directs and crosses of our witnesses, and we try to win that we either are suing someone or we are defending a lawsuit.
In mock trial, we pretend to be lawyers. It's a mock trial, mock as in to pretend. So in the background here, you can see that we practice each person being a witness and a lawyer. And we focus on a variety of different topics such as assault, wrongful accusations, and other criminal and civil cases. So really it depends. It's all about just being a lawyer and fighting for the defense or the plaintiff, the people suing for each side.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot about learning how the court system works and how to use it to your advantage as a lawyer or even as a witness, knowing what to say to a judge.
We asked students to talk about their role in mock trial.
I am co-president. I'm like our star witness. I'm a pretty good witness, I've been told. I've done a psychologist, a drug addict, an old senile parent of a drug addict. It's been a wild experience, but yeah, mock trial is great.
In mock trial, I'm a lawyer, so I have to form questions and ask them to witnesses in ways that favor us in a court case.
Mock trial is open to all students, and everyone is encouraged to stop in and give it a try.
You learn a lot, and if you like, developing thoughtful ideas and arguments, it's a lot of fun.
I would say that it just doesn't cost you anything to just come down and try, or not even try, just come up and come down on Wednesdays after school.
So if you're looking for an interesting club to join mock trial Wednesdays after school. Reporting for Eagle Watch, this is Leland Trantham.
Hey Jamie, I have a riddle for you. Who has 2 thumbs and is reporting for Eagle Watch?
I was gonna say Jack. He went around the school to see if anyone could solve his riddles.
What's up, Hauppauge? I'm the Riddler, Jack Ford, and today I went around to see if anyone cracked my riddles.
In a one-story pink house, everything was pink. There was a pink person, a pink cat, a pink fish, a pink computer, a pink chair, a pink table, a pink telephone, a pink shower. Everything was pink. What color are the stairs?
There were no stairs, it was a one-story house.
Ooh, there are none. It's a one-story house.
That's correct.
Pink. It was a one-story house.
No color, there were no stairs.
Pink.
Well, it was a one-story house, so there's no stairs.
There weren't any, it's a one-story house.
There wouldn't be stairs. Pink.
What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of bricks?
That's the same. They both weigh a pound.
They weigh the same. They're equal. They're the same. They weigh the same.
They weigh the same.
What was the longest word in the dictionary?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That one I've got nothing.
Dictionary?
On.
Can you elaborate?
O-N is in the dictionary. It's in the word dictionary. O-N. No, it's not.
I don't know.
Smile, because there's a mile in between the letters. What has 88 keys, but can't open a door?
A keyboard?
A piano?
It has 80, piano.
A computer?
Oh my god.
A piano.
Yes, alright.
A piano?
A keyboard.
Or a piano.
Piano.
A piano.
Yes, there you go. So, what kind of room has no windows, no doors, no corners, no ceilings, or no floors?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got me there. Awkward silence. I know this one. I know this one. I don't know.
No room.
I'm gonna go with basement.
I don't know. The outdoors.
I don't know.
A mushroom. Wow, looks like everybody can crack my riddles. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Jack Ford.
Everyone did pretty good. I'm impressed.
Yes, they did. In other news, Eddie went over to check out the school's new IB Computer Science class.
Hi, I'm outside room 333 to see what's going on with the brand new IB Computer Science course. Let's go check it out. Describe what IB Computer Science is all about.
IB Computer Science is a standard level course that we started teaching this year. It is learning about the insides of a computer and how they work, and how you're able to send that out to other people and how they interact with it. So all of the students do have to complete an internal assessment where they're creating some sort of a program that can solve some sort of a problem or some sort of a project that they want to accomplish, and they're going to export that program so that people can start using it.
How do students benefit from this class?
Learning how to program is one of those problem-solving skills where you do fail, and you fail quickly, and then you learn from your failures. So you click run often, see what happens, see where the error message comes in, and then try and fix that problem. So it's one of those good problem-solving skills for the students. It also gives them a lot of knowledge on the computers that they use every day. Everyone has a phone in their pocket, and it gives them a little bit more background information on what that phone actually can do and how it does all those things.
How did this class come about?
Well, as upper level physics teachers, we always had students who were kind of in our class and didn't really want to continue in physics, and their goal was computer science. But Hop Hog didn't really have a computer science class. So after a couple of years of trying to propose something, we finally got a class approved, and it turned out to be IB Computer Science.
I also asked students why they decided to take IB Computer Science and how they felt about the class.
I want to be able to get a head start on what's really going to impact this country for the next hundreds of years.
I chose this course specifically because I needed a science this year and it doesn't have a lab.
I just want to gain like a background knowledge in computer science. I want to see how computers work because we use them every day.
I like that computer science is mostly about going on your own and actually coding the software on the Chromebooks they have. And also, it's pretty good at learning about computers such as the CPU and the ALU. It's pretty interesting, and I think a lot of people don't have a good understanding about computers, so I think it helps.
Why did you choose this course?
I chose this course because I wanted to learn about computers, and this is the first higher level computer course our school has offered, so I wanted to take that opportunity to learn about computers.
Wow, looks like the IB Computer Science course has got a lot going on. Let's check back in the future and see what they've accomplished. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Eddie Sconzo.
What was your favorite part of the summer, Jacob?
My favorite part of the summer was lifeguarding at the rinks. Let's see what Matt and Jobin found out during Question of the Month.
Hey guys, I'm Matt Robbins, and I went around Hop Hog High School asking students what was the best part of their summer. What was the best part of your summer?
Going to the beach.
Hanging out with my friends and just enjoying it, chilling.
My best part of the summer is probably when I went to Hershey, and then I had to drive home at 2 a.m. to play a soccer game the next day, so I thought that was a good time.
Traveling was the best part of my summer.
Best part of my summer was hanging out with my friends, playing a lot of football, just having fun.
My job at Ivy League Day Camp.
Going to the beach with all of my friends.
Honestly, nothing. I missed school the entire time.
The best part of my summer is I auditioned for Gotham as a police officer.
Going on vacation with my family friends.
I went on a cruise to just tropical islands.
Hanging out with friends and playing sports.
Going on a cruise with my friends.
Going to Lake George and chilling on the water.
Just going to Fire Island with my friends.
I went on vacation, so yeah.
Just playing baseball every weekend.
The best part of my summer was visiting my family in India because I hadn't seen them in 7 years, so it was pretty fun, and I got to meet my cousins and all. It was nice.
When I took a class at FAT, and it was for photography.
Mine was playing soccer.
Wow, people had a great summer. Signing off for Eagle Watch, I'm Matt Robbins.
I had a really great time on this year's Natural Helpers Retreat.
Me too. Jamie and I got you the inside scoop on this year's training.
On September 14th, 15th, and 16th, Hop Hog High School students went to Camp Alvernia to take part in a training that taught them techniques on how to help their peers.
We spoke to Mrs. Griffin to see what Natural Helpers is all about.
The Natural
Helpers program has been in existence in Hauppauge schools for 20 years now. The premise of it is that a student would go to a student before they would come to an adult to talk about a problem or a concern. So our hope is if we can identify students who their friends see as a resource for them, and we provide those students with more training and better resources to be able to help their friends, we'll be able to catch some things before they become bigger problems.
We spoke to Mr. Foster and students to see how the weekend went.
Describe what you're doing here this weekend.
We are training students to kind of learn how to deal with issues that they might face in the school.
I'm excited. We've been doing different activities. We've been talking to each other, getting to know people that we've never met before.
We're at the Natural Helpers Retreat, so we're just trying to do activities to learn how to get to know each other and also doing activities to learn how to help people with their problems.
How do you become a natural helper?
There's a survey that goes out and kids vote who they would go to if they had an issue, and then we tally up all those votes and then we bring those students on the trip.
How are you feeling about this weekend?
Having a lot of fun, meeting a lot of new friends. It's going good.
It's just fun, like being able to hang out with everybody at night and play cards and all sleeping at night. I don't know, it's fun.
What does it mean to be a trainer?
That you get asked back as a senior to help the younger kids with all the activities. We act as an example of what to do, and especially during more close-knit activities, we act as sort of a facilitator and just to let them know that it's okay, they can be comfortable and that they can open up.
The Natural Helpers had a lot of fun while learning how to help others. Reporting for Eagle Watch, I'm Jacob Hug.
And I'm Jamie Sark.
Well, Hauppauge, that's all the time we have for this show, but don't worry, there's a new show coming out soon.
Alongside Jacob Hug, I'm Jamie Sark. Thanks for watching.
Stay classy, Hauppauge. Hello, Hauppauge, and welcome to this year's first edition of Eagle Watch. Alongside Jamie Sark, I'm Jacob Hug.
For our first story, I don't know. For our first...
Okay, we're gonna do it again.
It was so nice to have Dr. O'Hara come back and speak with... Oh, I had it, I just didn't think it was right. All right, wait, let me try. Okay. It was so nice to have Dr. O'Hara come back and speak with us again this year.
This year marked... Sorry.
Let's go again.
How many years? 16? Okay.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
It was so nice to have Dr. O'Hara. I thought you were just doing it for her. That was my bad.
This year marked 16th years.
Okay.
16. 16.
3, 2, 1.
It was so nice to have Dr. O'Hara come back and speak with us again this year.
This year marked 16th year. 16. 16.
8th grade students had their annual 8th grade dance. Maddie was there to bust a move.
Don't you think Jacob should dance during that?
No.
No? Thank you.
I really think
you want to?
No, thank you, Josie.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't think Jacob wants to.
Hey Jamie, I have a riddle for you.
Can you move the camera? I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey Jamie. It's just funny because you have shorts on.
Oh yeah, the shorts.
Okay.
Everyone did pretty good. I'm impressed.
Yes, they did. In other news... Oh, that's right.